Hey YouTube, this is Terminator G1, and I'm here with my friend Chefmatt000, and he's here with a deck profile on Yubel, and it's actually a really interesting deck profile, so let's get into the deck profile with the monsters.
You might want to know it's not fully complete yet. I am running some proxies here, so.
Alright, well let's see.
2 Yubel, staple, just, you have to run this. 2 Terror, again, Yubel staple, and 1 Ultimate Nightmare. 3 Dark Grepher. Yeah. This is just good for getting Yubel into the graveyard. Stuff like that. And then 3 Mystic. I run 3 Mystic just because it's nice to get like Phantom of Chaos out or Yubel or whatever's still in the deck. The deck is pretty much all dark, so you don't have to worry about much. 1 Dark Creator. This card's broken. Let's just be honest. Its effect, basically, I can just remove a dark, get another dark from the graveyard, and I can keep doing it as much as I want, once per turn at least. So, 1 Phantom of Chaos. I run this just because a lot of the cards have really nice effects in my deck. Like, if I wanted, I could banish Dark Creator and use its effect, or I could banish Ultimate Nightmare and use that effect too if I wanted. But so yeah, Phantom of Chaos, really cool card. 1 Snipe Hunter, just because I like discarding the cards in my hand. I don't like to keep the high-level monsters in there, and I want them in the graveyard. And it's not hard to roll not a 1 or a 6, so I mean, it's a good popping card. 1 Mad Reloader. This is because usually the problem with this, the weakness of the deck, is you draw into the high levels really often. And so what you want to do, when this is destroyed, just discard the 2 high levels, get 2 more. It's a really nice card. It's kind of like a little pot of greed, I guess you could say. Let's like pick it up. Hand Nephis and Sacred Phoenix Nephis. I love this. Personally, actually, I'm going to show you right now. My favorite combo is pretty much, let's say, Sacred Phoenix Nephis. Just tribute a monster, get this guy from hand or deck. Basically, if you have these 2 on the field, it's a really broken combo. I mean, it's easy to negate if you know what you're doing, but effect of this, destroy this, pop all the other monsters, and then standby phase, they think, oh, well, he's going to pop the monsters anyway, so not to set anything, set all the spells and traps, come back, pop all the spells and traps. So yeah, just a really nice combo there. 1 Dark Nephis, just because, it's kind of like a, I don't know what to say, like a good resort card, just in case my hand's empty or something and I need to special summon something. I can just banish 2 darks, send them to the graveyard, and then next turn comes back up, and it pops a spell or trap. I run 1 Treeborn. I don't know why people don't run this more often. But basically, when it's in the graveyard and I have no spells or traps, it's kind of like a Samsara Lotus, only it doesn't cost me life points. And basically, if Yubel's in the field, just keep tributing this. Nice to. 1 Battle Fader, protection. Really simple. Gores, hand trap.
One thing, I noticed you don't run the Samsara Lotus anymore. You did run it before.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to take it out? Like, you just didn't find it good enough in the deck right now?
The thing about Samsara Lotus is if I don't have spells or traps, that's when and it's the same with Treeborn. But the thing about Samsara Lotus is it costs me 1,000 life points if, let's say, its effect gets negated somehow. Or because if it's on my field at all, it costs me 1,000 life points. And also, it's not a, I usually don't need to use this. Because this is basically a, if, I have no spells or traps. Most of the deck revolves around the trap cards, getting, the Yubel back with Call of the Haunted or Limit Reverse. So, yeah. Samsara Lotus can really just be kind of a dead draw at that
makes
times.
Sense. Alright.
Gores, hand trap. Staples, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, MST, Pot of Avarice. 1 Pot of Duality.
Why not 2? Just wondering.
Because a lot of the deck, most of the deck is special summoning monsters, and if for some, I usually will, because if, let's say, most of the special summoning from my deck takes place on my opponent's turn. However, if for some reason I play Pot of Duality, and let's say that I have nothing and I need a special summon the monster, this really doesn't help that much. And I find 2 would be kind of wasteful. I don't really think 2 is needed.
Do you have any consistency issues with this deck, like getting out Yubel and stuff?
Consistency issues, no, because I usually draw 1 of my Dark Greffers or Mystic Tomatoes, because there's 6 of them.
Right.
And Foolish Burial, it's really easy to throw Yubel into the graveyard with this deck. Dark Eruption, Burial from a Different Dimension. Dark Eruption, just add a dark monster. I usually do this for Phantom of Chaos. Or any other dark. If I need to get Yubel into my hand for some reason.
Most of the darks are less than 1500.
That's one, and it actually works for Snipe Hunter, so.
Yeah.
Burial of a Different Dimension. I run this mainly because of my Chaos Phantom, my Phantom of Chaos. Because, you know, if I banish Yubel the Ultimate Nightmare to get its effect, let's say for some reason it doesn't work, I need Ultimate Nightmare in my graveyard.
Yeah, also, I've actually BLS'd the Ultimate Nightmare and Terra Incarnate, so that's really good for bringing back just in case.
Yeah, it's just because you know, most people will try and say, oh, well, remove from play, you know, kills this deck, so. Which actually isn't true, because Terra Incarnate's effect works no matter when it leaves the field, so. Gold Sarcophagus, you know, get a card you need 2 turns. It's a nice card. I think it should be used in a lot of decks, but.
It's better than, the Different Dimension capsule. It's like, oh, it stays on the field for 2 turns.
Yeah,
it's like,
that doesn't work.
Oh, if
or Spell Chronicle, whatever you want to use.
Oh yeah, that one's stupid.
Reinforcement of the Army to get a Greffer. I use this for Greffer just in case, because Greffer's a really, really good card for this deck. You really need it. Fires of Doomsday. If for some reason I need to summon Yubel from my hand, you really won't be tribute summoning a lot with this deck. You don't tribute summon Yubel 99.9% of the time that you're using it. However, if you have Yubel on the field and you can't sacrifice anything, you can actually use these for tributes. So, Foolish Burial, just pop Yubel into the graveyard. That should have been a staple card too. But 3 Call of the Haunted. Effect, you know, just it's nice because if let's say I have one of these face down and I have Yubel in my graveyard.
Let's talk about the Limit Reverse at the same time because it's honestly
the same thing, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically all.
I'm proxying the Limit Reverse because I'm still working on getting those.
So it's all bring back cards.
Yeah. Basically, let's say I have one of these face down and I have Yubel in the graveyard. They MST it, chain it, and then get Yubel out, and just when they destroy this, Yubel's gone. It's technically destroyed by a card effect other than its own. So I get Terra Incarnate out. Right. Also, another thing about Limit Reverse is if the monster is switched into defense mode, the card's destroyed.
Yeah, so this is really broken with Yubel. Because then Yubel basically gets, freaking Terra Incarnate no matter what.
Yeah.
So.
Dimension Gate.
This one is just solo because it's so good.
Well, Torrential Tribute's really good too.
Well, yeah, but right now we should talk about Dimension Gate because it's like...
Yeah, Dimension Gate's really good, actually. It's actually pretty broken with Terra Incarnate. Because Terra Incarnate, basically, when it's removed from the field by any means...
Oh, I can't focus well.
Just let me see.
Oh, well.
So basically, Dimension Gate, what it does is when it's activated, it banishes the monster face up on my field. And then, let's say I get attacked directly. This card will this card will be sent to the graveyard, and I get the monster I banished. So what's nice about this is you get Terra Incarnate out. They somehow negate its effect. Let's say that. Let's say it's effect valid or something happens where it will be destroyed. You use this. You banish it.
Oh, that one spell card, something Drakmor, that in 2 turns it's automatically destroyed.
Oh my god, dude, I hate that card.
It doesn't even, not even that good because it's a equipped card.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, Book of Moon, my monster's safe, haha.
But basically, yeah, use this, and then you get basically banish Terra Incarnate, which then activates its effect. And then also just, if let's say...
hurry, we're running out of memory, so hurry.
Just get attacked directly, special summon the Terra Incarnate back by sending this to the graveyard.
Let's speed through these traps.
Torrential, really easy. Void Trap Hole. This is basically a Stardust or a Judgment Dragon killer or something that can negate, or Sheehan, because it negates the monster effect. 2 Bottomless.
Yeah.
And Mirror Force.
Alright, this is Terminator G1.